Okay. I think I've been mucking the videos up a little bit. So like, when you go to pause, you hit the pause button up there on the bottom left of the screen, right? And as long as you don't close out the app or do anything too forceful, whatever, it will remain. You have to hit the same button to unpause. So I'm thinking like, okay, pause again. Now recording, start recording again. Well, I know when you hit the record button, it starts a new recording. So that portion I've learned. So it looks like that there is at least a very fighting chance here for me to be able to not have to create, 10 videos in a day. Obviously, the more advanced, recording systems, video cameras and stuff that are out there. But you see guys, these YouTube channels using, they're a couple of $1,000 cameras. And to be honest with you, I don't ever, if I became some kind of like videographer or professional YouTuber or, came to work for a company, that's where I just kind of found myself, fall into that role. I'm ready to sneeze. Yeah, then. But here's the thing is, I've always been drawn to technology, and could you say, like, when did technology start? What was the first piece of technology? Was it the computer? Those have been around since the 60s. So now when did technology become prevalent in the mainstream to, society and stuff? Well, it was there in different forms, really. You had so many competing things going on at the same time. The iPhone had not yet come out yet, so you had the iPod was out. But before the iPhone release, you had phones like HP, and you had Palm, and of course the king of it at the time, BlackBerry. And it's funny, there's a lot of guys, different, age ranges that still, to this day, reference the Palm Pilot because, there were so many just cool things about it. It was simple to use. It wasn't overly complicated like smartphones have become, but smartphones, unless you're buying a rinky-dink Droid version or whatever other kind of platforms there are right now, Google or I guess Microsoft had their own, but they're just so kitschy and just so they try too hard, and it's so non-user friendly. I mean, you can't navigate through the damn thing. Meanwhile, iPhone is so user-friendly. The one thing about iPhones, though, is that there are people actually use about 5% of their iPhone's capabilities. And a lot of people use about 15% of their iPhone's capabilities, thinking that they're like, you know, I know how to do this with iPhone, and I figure out how to do this, and that. There are things that aren't even talked about or taught or mentioned. It's like little secret things. It's like Easter eggs, you know. You just fucking fall into them. You just discover them, and then by then it's word of mouth, and it's, you know, being on the right, you know, website, where it's Quora or the Redfin and all these different things where they're talked about. There's so much information. There's so much stuff out there. It's just so much noise now. It's just overload, and you really have to make sure that you streamline your whatever you're doing with this stuff these days, because you can get sidetracked, and anything you started off doing, you may never ever finish because you can't stay focused on it long enough. Anyway, I'm back now. My hands are really cold, and I'm gonna go eat some gelato and get comfy and get ready for an early sleep, because I'm gonna plan on getting up early and getting out of this house early before the rain gets here.